The advent of social networking and blogging has really changed the way fans not just think about the game, but I think when there wasn't so much interaction online and you really had to look for information, it was a little bit easier to root for the team and just say, okay, yay, my team's doing well, my team's doing lousy. Now everything's about, you know, do the players like the manager? Is the general manager focused on his job? And I think the fans seem with being able to write their own stories on blogs and interact more with writers and even some of the athletes on social networking sites like Twitter and Facebook, they feel a deeper connection, I think, to the team. Like the team is more there.
I think that the pervasiveness of fan blogs and the explosion of voices that are out there put another sort of news quality into the mix that is always that there have always been these sort of verities that reporters go to that the hot athlete, the cold athlete, the new athlete, the injured athlete, the athlete coming back from an injury. And now I think you add to that, what is the fan world talking about? What are all the blogs talking about? What is the buzz out there? What are the Twitter accounts saying? What are the Facebook pages alive with? And those are the kinds of things that the mainstream media will then have to take note of. And I guess to a certain degree that allows athletes certainly, fans on blogs maybe less so, to help set their agenda. What do we want to get out here? Yeah. Facebook and Twitter has given athletes an opportunity to basically bypass the press if they so choose and carry on a dialogue with their fans on their own terms.
I'm not that into social media, but I do know that a lot of sports players now are getting more in touch with fans via social media like Twitter and Facebook pages. For example, I heard Jacoby Ellsbury got injured, and before it even was released in news channels and the like, he was tweeting about it.
The team hadn't made any kind of announcement about it. He hadn't spoken with any reporters about it. He just kind of got up, jumped on the computer, and announced to the world what was wrong with him. The upside to the players being on social media is that we really don't need the reporters as much as they think we do, and I think that will eventually make the reporters work harder at getting real stories.
I don't know whether any of this has an impact on the relationship between fans and athlete, and if it does, whether or not it's good. That I think the era of probably the most profound connection between fans and athletes came when they were at one level at their most distant, when you didn't know every detail about an athlete's life. Mickey Mantle was a god when I was a child. He would not be a god today. That we would know too much about Mickey Mantle, and we would see all of the flaws, and they would be endlessly debated and discussed. I think to a certain degree it's allowing the athletes to put their own spin on this. But there's so much information out there and so much conversation and so much discussion that the really committed or obsessed fan is going to have access to all of it. And more information when you're talking about a real relationship is very good. More information when you're talking about a virtual relationship, at least from the point of view of the fans, may not necessarily be good or to the athlete's benefit. That a certain air of mystery, I think, is something that they can use to their advantage as well. It's really transformative in the explosion of information out there. But at the end of the day, what's most important to readers and I think to journalistic organizations is the quality of the information and the quality of the expression. That the technology has certainly transformed journalism in one way, but on another level, what hasn't changed is the importance of reporting and writing. Those are two skills that are never going to be technologically obsolete.